multi-exclusive dimensional being Kyle with another exclusive. Today's video is going to be about how to take your power back. Because what is power? Power is aggression. Power is your power. The shit that you have within you. The shit that you created to come into existence. Your creations. You are the creator. So you have the power to create shit and bring it down to density. So basically, a lot of people, they give away their power and shit, and they don't realize they true power, they true potential. Because they out here giving it to motherfucking beings and other spirits and other vessels and other people, places, and things. And they get diluted into programs and shit. So we basically about to go fully deep into this shit. And I'm going to teach you how to take your motherfucking power back. Because first thing first, when we talk about power, we got to put the physical and we got to put the soul to the side. We about to get spiritual in this motherfucker. Because when it comes to power, you got to have the capability of actually utilizing your spirit, getting with your spirit, connecting with your spirit, being more conservative with your spirit, aligning yourself up to be capable and to be practical to get with your spirit. Because there's always going to be opportunities and chances for you to actually be able to get into this vibe and get into this circumstance situation. But it's all about your intellect, which is the frequency. And that's the spirit. That's dealing with the spirit all day, every day. That's the spiritual realm, where you basically is willing to take circumstances and situations through the overall spectrum. That's where your spirit lies at. That's where we are at. So basically, I've been there before. For me, I've been in the spiritual realm. I seen myself in my dreams. So of course I was playing 3 spectrum modes and stuff. So it's basically it's all about actually getting back into that state of being and becoming whole once again. Because once we came down here, we got lost into our natures, we got lost into our desires and shit. And this can pretty much be a good thing, but the moment you start to get too physically attached to this shit, you start to basically accumulate and create dirt and baggage, and you basically start to weigh that down. So once you get caught up into this whole aspect of basically being stagnated and being stuck on this motherfucker, that's when you realize another spirit, another vessel, another person, place, and thing can start taking your power, because they're almost to the point where you got so lost and deeply rooted into this motherfucking chakras, your lower animalistic natures, to the point you gave away your power to something and you didn't really know that shit the whole time. That person, place, a thing, or that being that took your power is basically utilizing it for his own benefits, for his own benefit of the doubt. And that's where it becomes into the motherfucking matter of you becoming the motherfucking ghost on this planet. So the whole spectrum is to not be a ghost, but to basically treat your ghosts like your bitch. Don't basically be the ghost. Don't be a ghost and don't go inside of a ghost. Create your ghost like your bitch. Play with it. Get litty. But don't get too physically, emotionally attached to the shit. Because your spirit is your space. Your opportunities to be free and just basically fly out there. You don't want to be into the spectrum of basically getting caught up and lost into spectrums that's going to basically down your spirit. You want to basically be free. You want to get around. So basically that's how it's always supposed to be play out in that spectrum. So the moment you give your mind, body, and soul away and you get lost into this whole energy spectrum, which is the physical, that's where trials and tribulations come into play. And feel me? Once you let that be an outtake on your life, an intake and outtake on, for me, the first is going to take your mind. Then it's going to take your mind, body, and soul. And basically, you're going to just basically be left with this physical body. So if you ain't putting this shit into use, it's going to be pointless. And basically, you defeated the whole purpose of coming on this planet to manifest. Feel me? Understand and understand. Everything you see with your 2 eyes was created from above. So that bullshit that people, places, and things that tell you, oh, you got to work hard for this, that's bullshit. All you got to do is get spiritually inclined, use your imagination, your creativities, and your belief, utilize your 3 powers. Don't give that shit away. Don't let somebody else use your imagination. Don't let somebody else use your mentalities and shit. Because basically that's what's always going to happen if you basically believe in somebody else and not believe in yourself. But it goes deep to the point where when you become a child, everything was fully great. Everything was well, you feel me? The moment you grew up and shit, started going to school and getting diluted into programs, was the moment you was actually basically getting caught up into whole spectrums and shit, and outlines and dates and homework and programs to learn how to spell right, doing all this bullshit. I mean, I'm not saying that shit ain't bad, but at the end of the day, you know, you ain't really come here to do that shit. Feel me? You have a purpose. Don't get lost into this whole school spectrum shit. Feel me? Like, at the end of the day, you gotta understand and understand you rich. You want an opportunity to basically be in this lifetime. So this is your time and your advantage to take advantage of this shit. Because there's other spirits and other vessels and other souls and other ghosts out here that's itching to catch a body. That's itching to be reborn back into this realm of reality and shit. To the point where they using your imagination, your dreams, your goals, your mentalities and shit to create their own shit. And the whole time you thinking that you that's doing the shit, whole time it's them that's doing the shit. To the point where if you die, you just gonna be they bitch. They gonna accumulate you, and they gonna reach the egg before you reach the egg. Versus them being a small spirit and utilizing your chakras, utilizing your wills, and utilizing your power to do whatever they want to do in its own way. So basically, that's like a square right there. You boxing yourself in, you creating a gel cell for your spirit and your soul and your vessel, and your opportunities to actually manifest and go past and go above, as below, as within, as without. So basically, that's how it plays out on the spectrums. So understand and understand that every day is a challenge, every day is a battle, but it's basically about you looking yourself in the mirror, believing in yourself, and communicating with yourself. Get to know thyself. That's what it said in the Bible. Basically, these are what happens to people that believe in themselves. The overall God come to them and make ways and opportunities, and the universe worked with them. But the moment you start giving your power to something outside of you and start getting on your knees and praying something, you giving your motherfucking power away to somebody. That basically tied down with you religious folks. I love y'all, but y'all gotta wake the fuck up. If you never seen this person physically, why are you praying to them? You've been indoctrinated your whole life. Gotta get out of that whole spectrum. It's very important. It's very deep. And it's very important that y'all gotta really understand and understand that. It's very, very... It's not even a joke out here. Like, you really got to take your power back. Because if you don't take your power back, you're going to witness trials and tribulations. You're going to be that spirit, that ghost that's trying to look for a body, to be in search for another body, to go back inside another body, to create this whole circumstance situation all over again. That's why it's called religion. Redoing, reincarnation, looking for another body to redo and remix everything that you learned previously or what you basically about to inherit it again. So basically, it's like a jail cell. So basically, you came here alone, you're leaving alone. You came here with your own spirit, your own soul, your own vessel, your own brain, your own cells. Understand, understand the other spirits in your body that's working through that shit. You got to work together. You got to ascend. You got to go up. You don't want to keep coming back down here. Because the moment you keep coming back down here, frustrations. Don't get too lost in here. It's like being a motherfucking bug. And you don't want to die. But whole time when you do die, you ascend. You become another bug, a bigger bug, a human, or a motherfucking dog, or a snake, or something bigger. Feel me? Depending on what kills you, depending on what you get your information from. Also, you got to come across it with those bugs that's always nagging you and shit. These are other spirits that was basically could have been humans or could have been other beings, but they came back in the lower form. So of course they want to keep bugging you so you can kill them, so they can experience and get information on becoming human again. So basically, that's how it plays out in the spectrum. So it goes deep from animals, people, places, and things. So when these spectrums play out in your everyday life, you understand and understand the constructs and circumstances and situations that you be going through on a day-to-day basis. But understand and understand, this is how you're about to basically take your power back. Yo, you got to fight. You got to fight out whatever's not yours. Those negative thoughts that come to your mind, that's not yours, you got to fight it out. You got to get rid of it. You got to remix it out of your body. You got to get that shit out of yourself. You got to make sure you clear that shit out. Clairvoyance, go within. Feel me? Clairvoyance, meditation. Do anything that keeps you good on a good day-to-day basis, and never stop feeling, never stop having good feelings and emotions. Always express that shit. Come together, do some samba, do some dancing and shit. Get jiggy with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, enjoy yourself. Have good intentions, good intent, good prayer, good focus, good motion. Feel me? Put your body in motion. Put your body in movement. Feel me? Have a lot of energy. Always stay active and always stay creative and shit. and learn how to start saying no. Because a lot of people, places, and things are always going to test you and shit. Learn how to resist these feelings, emotions, ideas that's negative that always keep coming to you. That doubting program, that shit'll fuck with you. It'll fuck with you internally and externally. So understand and understand, you got to get rid of those doubt programs. You got to get all those programs out your system. Take all that shit off your software. Take all that shit off your hardware. Push it out of your body. Get rid of that shit. Don't bite that apple. Get those dirty ass apples and dirty ass fruits out your system. Put that shit over there. Put some good fruits and some good waters and get some good feelings, emotions, and desires inside your body. So basically, once you do this and once you utilize this shit, things are going to your favor. You won't be basically backtracking and shit. You won't be having a retrograde of negative frequency vibrations, energies, which we about to be in Venus retrograde, which I'm about to basically break that shit down tomorrow, because you know it's late as fuck, and basically I ain't letting that stop me, but I'm also gonna be coming way harder than how I am coming right now. I'm coming very calm and cool and collected. So it's basically how I'm coming at you with this information. So it's very important to make sure you take this into consideration and understand that you gotta not only do this shit when you're asleep, not only do this shit when you're awake, but also do this shit in your sleep. Because basically, the moment you go to sleep and you don't have an image or imagination, you don't clear that shit out of your mind as far as what you've been through throughout the day, another spirit gonna come in here, take a shape and form, and basically blasphemous your mind, your imagination to basically create circumstances, situations to make you dream. Whole time you think that was just your dream, but whole time it wasn't your dream. It was another spirit, another timeline that you was experiencing through that other spirit. So basically, once you bite that fruit, that spirit can basically be born inside you. You almost to the point of becoming your child. So it goes real motherfucking deep. Pay attention, yo. But this is real shit. This happens on a day-to-day basis. So it's very important to be like very considerable that you need to understand and understand that you need to actually be very strong and be very powerful and be very committed out here to the point where things won't be catastrophic. Things won't be out of control. You will be in control of this shit. You will take your power. You will own this shit. You will stop basically allowing people, places, and things to violate you. Whether it's spirits that you don't see with your two eyes, whether it's feelings, emotions that you can't come across, that you're not feeling on this perspective of what you want or what you're not seeing, or basically the energy that's basically be thrown at you, basically on the physical representations, but you can't see it, you can't hit it, but you feeling this shit. So it goes real deep, feel me? You got three realms: the spiritual realm, the soul realm, and this realm. Basically what you see with your two eyes. So basically you got to fulfill all three. Make sure you get your spirit and your soul and your body aligned together, and make sure this shit ain't like this, all separated, all scattered and shit. You want this shit to be basically collide. You want it to combine. You want to utilize the three. So basically, once you do that shit, everything will work into your favor. And that's basically how you pretty much take your power back. Feel me? It's all about consistency. It's all about dedication, motivation. So being consistent and being conservative on what you need to do is basically you being efficient, you being bent, you being having your talent, your skills, and utilize it for your own advantage. So that's basically how things play out in this world. So the moment you continue to do this, the moment the universe and God basically will put your gifts and your manifestations right in front of you, to the point where you won't have to go hard. You'll basically be like, I already have it, because I have everything within me. I don't need or want anything outside of me. When I created this shit within me, these are my bitches, and I'm the creator of my bitches. Understand over the saying that shit. That's for females and males too. So don't use bitch as a offensive word. It's just basically your creations. We all got a bitch in us, whether you a male or female. Understand over the saying that. Everybody. But yo, I love y'all. That's how you take your power back.